Hey, this is John Kraus with California Corks. Welcome to another Zip Sips. I want to introduce you to a wine from Rockwall Winery. Now, this is the Tannat. Now, I became interested in Tannat when I probably tasted it first as a substantial portion of a blend that was produced by a winery in Shasta County. Matson Vineyards produced that. But interestingly enough, I was back in Shasta County having wine with winemaker Nick Marshall. He's the winemaker at Old 44 Cellars. And was the first time I got to visit him at his little family winery just outside of downtown Palisadro, which is a small little community just east of Redding, kind of heading up in the direction towards Lassen Park. Now, while tasting his wines and chatting a little bit, exchanging stories, Shauna Rose Plum, the winemaker for this wine, his name popped up. It was interesting because we were talking and we were tasting wine and having a little chat. I mentioned to him that I had picked up a bottle of Rockwall's Tannat at a grocery outlet. Now, there's a grocery outlet not too far from me. And now and then I'll pop in and see what comes up. And you wouldn't expect this kind of a quality wine to show up at a discount. But the pandemic has impacted a lot of wineries and winemakers, and sometimes you just have to move the product for the next vintage to come in. So I grabbed one of these bottles knowing that Shauna produces some excellent wines. She does excellent wines. Well, as we were talking about this, Nick kind of lowered his glass and smiled. He goes, I did the same thing. I went into a grocery outlet. I was just looking around, and he said, I saw some of the Rockwall wine there. He says, and he got one or two cases of it. Well, I was a little slow. I only got the one bottle. So we'll look at this particular bottle here, but a little bit about the Tannat. It's primarily was Southwest France, but it's often found in Argentina, Australia, Brazil, Italy, Uruguay, and it's becoming even a little more popular in some parts of California as well. This Rockwall Tannat is a beautiful, full-bodied red, delightful blackberry and dark plum on the nose and on the palate. The Tannat has a gripping tannins, but right along with it comes beautiful blackberry, some dried fruit, black plum, a little bit of dark chocolate hint there going on as well. This is a wonderfully structured wine, and it pairs well with the dishes that have high protein, rich in fat content. It's great. So anyhow, I stumbled across this at just while walking through, and I just thought it was so interesting that this Yolo County fruit and this wine produced by Shauna Roseblum, I was able to get it at such a fantastic price. I don't even remember what it was, but it was surprising, and the wine's exceptional. So take a tip. It's interesting because Shauna literally grew up in the cellars, spent her childhood in the wineries and out in the vineyards as she worked with her talented father, Ken Roseblum. She became interested in winemaking during chemistry classes she was taking while in school. She realized that there were similarities in ceramics, which she was specializing in, and winemaking process as far as chemistry goes and the blending. And the realization led to an epiphany. It led to winemaking as an art. And Rockwall 2015 Tannat meets that category or meets that reputation. Well, I hope you enjoyed this Zip Sip, and I hope you get a chance to try Rockwall's, not just their Tannat, but a lot of their wines are just excellent. I look forward to drinking some of theirs, some of Shauna's wines in the future. This was John Kraus, California Corks. Hey, if you're a California winemaker and you'd like me to highlight your wine, contact me at cacorks.com. Just go ahead and send me info@cacorks.com, and I'll be happy to touch bases with you and see what we can do about showplacing your wines as well. Enjoying the California winery experience together. This is John Krause with California Corks. Good sipping to you.